few blonde strands that have popped out of my intricate braid. Later tonight, Finn will pull the braid apart with gentle fingers. A shiver races along my spine at the memory of his hands, soothing and persistent in my hair. That's also an aspect of the attraction. The tenderness he shows me, coupled with his rough edges, is addictive. I'm valued and disposable.
You trying to get Carys fucking drunk?
Finn's voice startles me out of my thoughts. How did I miss him weaving toward me? He ruffles his platinum blonde hair, which often signals annoyance or frustration. You like me drunk. I draw the straw between my lips, the fruity liquid lingering in my throat. Don't you? One side of his mouth quirks up and his gaze roams over me.
I like you all kinds of ways.
Warmth floods me, from him, from the fog of alcohol. I want to loop my arms around his neck and press myself to him as tight as I can. There's never enough with him. In my head, I'm begging for more, but I don't move. We're not into public displays of affection. My choice, not his. Lorcan stiffens beside Finn, and I half turn, prepared to make a joke in case he's annoyed with our flirting. But Lorcan is focused on the entrance to the bar. Truthfully, this place is more of a pub, with dim lighting and old wood everywhere. The stench of polish, peanuts, and spilled beer hangs in the large open area. There's nothing special about this Irish pub, but it's within walking distance to Lorcan's first-year student accommodation and near to Finn's university flat. The reminder of his apartment and what we'll be doing in just a few hours is enough to kick my pulse up a notch. I can't wait to get him alone.
McCaffrey's people,
Lorcan mutters.
Bunch of jackasses.
Finn grimaces.
Always looking for a fucking fight.
I rest my free hand on his bicep, and I cock my head toward the door. Want to get out of here?
Nah, they're not chasing me away.
He squeezes around me to order another beer.
They want to fight, they can take their best shot.
While he waits for his drink, a tall, curvy redhead slips past me and brushes his shoulder. Lorcan has wandered elsewhere, probably thinking he's doing us a favor. I stand behind Finn and nurse my alcohol, and I restrain myself from latching onto the redhead's hair and giving it a yank. That wouldn't be fair. He can do what he likes. We aren't together. Not really. Moments like these make me queasy. I can't imagine being with anyone other than him, and yet I can't picture us going beyond a casual affair. He's not the guy a girl marries. He's the one she fucks in the back alley. And while the sex might be amazing, might even be the best she's ever had, there's never any promise of a future. The redhead pushes her chest onto the wooden ledge and leans her face toward him. Are they going to kiss with me standing here? She gives him a flirty glance and says something too low for me to hear. He shuffles away from her and checks over his shoulder, his gaze unreadable. Half turning, he tosses money on the counter and tilts his beer at me while addressing the woman beside him.
You see her?
She gives him pouty lips and then an uneasy smile, but she turns to follow the slant of his glass.
She's the only woman in this bar I'm interested in. No, I'm not buying you a drink, and you can keep your wandering hands off my dick.
She flings her hair over her shoulder and storms away. I hadn't noticed the wandering hand, focused on her heaving breasts, her lips too close. The maneuver should have occurred to me because it's one I've used. Before I can say anything, an Irish-accented voice calls out,
Finn Donaghey.
Finn's expression morphs from amusement to annoyance.
I'm not in the mood for your shit tonight, Patty.
He draws me closer so we're side by side. His almost 6-foot solid frame of muscle makes me feel tiny, at just over 5 feet. Lorcan, who had been chatting with his own friends, reappears at Finn's side. There might be weird tension between the brothers, but they still stick together against anyone who threatens them or their family.
Come on, Finny. Agree to one fight,
Patty says. Finn rolls his shoulders and chugs his beer before setting his glass down.
I don't do that shit anymore. I told you that.
Afraid of your old man? He doesn't need to be told. Tension thickens the air.